use the games in the game itself, of delay and stuff, that should work out. So. All right. Welcome everyone to our expert tournament of January 2024. We have today participating are Chaos 952, Musical, Dekrates, Tai, Nicholas 289, Arisu 2, Asrin, and Pokemaster Shadow. Poke. I'm glad you made it, man. So, these are the players. Alright. My introduction. My name is Lava. I will be your commentator for today. The only commentator for today. At least for now. I'm not sure if someone will step in at some point. But it's time to get the show on the way. Our players are getting ready. Our streamer for today is our man Kitty, who, let's be honest, he would win this tournament. We all know this, but yeah, he just decided to give the others a chance and stream for today. Our TO is Chaos, doing a great job as always, putting in the scores, taking care of everything else, so that the stream can be possible in the first place. We already jumped into our first match, which is Chaos versus Musical. And let me get in here real quick. So, ooh, nice strong attack from Chaos. We have Chaos to the left and Musical to the right. We are currently damage output from both is currently pretty even. 26, 20. Chaos is skyrocketing in. I have to get my composure here. I'm sorry. I need to get into the swing of things. I'm not used to being alone. So. Both players are top. Oh, and there goes the first point goes to Chaos. 1 minute game, quick and simple. Let's jump into the next one. And I crashed. Of course I did. I don't know if you know this bug, when you spectate and the game ends, and the game tries to go from one game to the next, it just doesn't do that. It just crashes for some reason. I don't fly out of the game. I just return to the menu. I'm not sure why this happens. It's just something I have to deal with. None of them are topped out right now. Just trying to find some offense. Nice combo assault from Musical. Didn't go for any chains yet. All he did were... Okay, that was fast. But that was a rather combo heavy assault from Musical. Only 2 free chains. Nothing bigger than that. This is bad. They crashed again. Thanks to crashing out, I completely missed that game. Only 16 seconds. But we are already jumping into the next. That looked dangerous on Chaos' side. He almost died to the stack race. Musical, on the other hand, has nothing to deal with right now. Really nothing to deal with. While Chaos seems to be topped out. Yep, he's still topped out. And Musical continues the combo assault. Sends a little frog chain. Just to make sure. Chaos has solid defense right now. Since a 9 combo with the chain. Chaos prioritizes offense over defense right now. But I think it was the right call because Musical is still not topped out. In the meantime, both players having rather similar GPM, but Musical is better, but Chaos is a bit too spread out with his offense. Musical is more compact, more well put together. We are approaching the 2-minute mark. And that's it. 3-1 for Musical. Again, rather small chain game. The highest we saw was a 5. So they're going for a very quick, very fast offense. But as we've seen on Musical's side, crashed again. As we saw on Musical's side, he wasn't topped out a lot of the time. So going for smaller combo offense certainly does have its drawbacks because you can deal with it so quickly. You just turn it into panels, you burn down, and then if your opponent doesn't send enough offense, you just aren't topped out. But in general, I think Chaos plays a bit more high stack, and Musical plays a bit more mid to lower stack. I think that has an effect as well. From what I'm seeing here, at least. No Jambox, it's not the stream that crashes, it's just my game that my game has trouble to switch from game to game. It just disconnects. It loads too long and then it disconnects. That's the issue I'm having. Thing is, it doesn't even happen all the time. It's just something that happens sometimes. And I have no idea why. But that's not it. Right? Oh, I think I made a mistake here. Sorry. Right, Kitty jumped between the games. Now on screen we have Arisu versus Master Shadow. I have Discord pings disabled, so I didn't notice it right away. So I apologize for that. Arisu playing high stack. Poke is... oh! So that's how fast it goes. But to our players, Arisu has always been a very strong contender. In the past, she and Decibel always joined together and always met each other in the finals. And for a long time, no one was able to beat them. I doubt that even now, none of us can beat Decibel yet. But he is not here today. And our focus is on Arisu. We will see if she can win today. Or if Poke or Musical or Chaos or anyone else can prevent that. Poke missed the slide. The slide is one of my favorite frame tricks, but if you run into a situation where your life depends on that slide, it honestly is better not to go for it, but let's be honest, it's way too cool not to try. If it works out, it just looks cool. And you feel cool. Yeah, that's the example of a slide working out. I'm Arisu right now. Both players very low stack. Poke is preparing a big chain, ×7 chain. Arisu is ready. Poke on the other hand, it seems we will have to see if he's topped out after this. Yes, he is. So he can't slack on his defense. Not at all. Poke is ending another 7 chain. Buys himself a lot of time. Chains are not as effective in the killing department because they give your opponent a lot of time to react, but they fill your opponent's board, they keep your opponent topped out, so they are definitely important in that regard, and sometimes really needed. You have to weigh off the situations where you have to go big chain and where not. Like now we see on top of Arisu a bunch of +4, bunch of small combo garbage. After that +7, Poke definitely did his work. Now she has another bigger chain on top of her, and Poke will do his best to put a lot of combo garbage on top of it. And Poke not topped out at all right now. And it shows. We have Poke closing the gap a bit, 3-2 Arisu right now. Arisu starting off with a big 7 chain. Poke with a 5 chain and a bit of combo garbage. Have a chain from Arisu, ×4 this time. Just to make sure that Poke is topped out after this. Going into a bit of a factory. Arisu waiting for the chain there before she pops the garbage. Before she pops the +6 just to get time to react. To get that stop time. Okay, topped out, has a lot of combo garbage on him. Let's see if he can clear it. And he does. A bit of a scary situation from Arisu. Didn't have any stop times there. And that's it for Poke. 4-2, Arisu on match point. Let's see how this turns out. Nice. I don't know what that is called. A delay chain from Arisu? Poke has some big chains on him, which in turn should give him a lot of time to react, which he uses wisely. But now he might be in a bit of a difficult situation. He's thinking, he's not sure how to get out of this, and he doesn't get out of it. And that's 5-2 Arisu. Good fight from Poke. Don't blame him at all, he just woke up. But we are all glad that he made it, at all. Next game we jump into is Chaos vs Dekrates. The game is already underway. The score is Chaos 1 and Dekrates 3. But that doesn't have to mean anything. We can still shift. Dekrates has a bit of a combo tower on him. But he waits for the last bit of garbage and then clears. It's also always important when you prepare your clears, just wait until all of the... Well, some people prefer it. That's a bit up to preference, I think. Some people like to clear a bit faster. And others just wait until the garbage drops completely on top of them and then clear. That gives you more time. But your stack is also higher, and if you don't burn down fast enough and enough garbage drops on you, then you're pretty much dead. Likewise, when you just clear it in chunks, let's say you know what falls on you will top you out, and as soon as you start clearing, the combos stop falling for a brief moment. You just clear that. And then you burn down in the hopes of the rest not killing you, essentially. But your opponent will keep sending, of course, so be careful that you don't miscalculate. This starts off with a ×7 chain, and Chaos starts off with 2 ×3 chains and a lot of combo garbage. And Dekrates is not topped out as a result. Neither is Chaos right now. Just keeps clearing, keeps defending, keeps chaining, and has the defense ready for when he is eventually topped out. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous from Dekrates there, but he was not topped out. So there he is. He just keeps up the combo garbage. Chaos successfully defends against that. Dekrates has to deal with a bit of a factory right now, has 3 ×3 chains sitting on top of him, and now he's faced with that layering. Let's see how he deals with that. And Chaos not stopping with the chains. Switching it up from the combos. Gives Dekrates another factory to deal with. Dekrates, on the other hand, keeps up the combo pressure. Interesting to see the two styles next to each other. Chaos really not stopping with that. Keeps up the chains. Now there's a combo. There's a little +4 combo up there. I think I haven't seen anything like that in a while. It might have also something to do with how the garbage queue works. I think how it works is the chains fall first, and then the combo garbage falls. No, wait, isn't it? I think I'm mixing something up here. So I'll just not talk about this. It's funny how I can play this game, but I can't really explain. That was a misswap from Chaos. That must be annoying. But it's funny how I can play this game to a certain degree, but when it comes to explaining something, I suddenly have difficulties with it. It's something I experience game after game after game. But can I explain it? No, I can't. I don't know if that's unique to me, or... I don't know. Something where I have a much more comfortable time while playing, where I know how it works while I play, but it has to be outside of that game, and I can't tell you anything about it. Suddenly I don't know anymore. Decates in a bit of a dangerous situation, but finds his way out of it. Chaos in the meantime is not topped out, had a bit of combo garbage to deal with, but it's already gone. And now he has nothing. Well, that nothing turned into something pretty quickly. And a quick combo kill from Chaos. It's 3-4 right now. Oh. Little bit seems like a little bit of a delayed start from Decates to me, and it definitely hurt him. Times 8, times 9. Big chain from Decates. Chaos in the meantime did his own offense, but Decates has his defense ready after that big chain. And continues to have it ready. That was a close call. One moment later and Decates would have been dead. Sniped by Atlas 4. Chaos still dealing with that big chain. Burning it down slowly. Killing it. And keeping up the pressure. Keeping up the offense. This might be... No, not the end for Decates. Finds the defense. Chaos is not topped out right now, but that might change pretty quickly. Just try... Yep, and that's why you have to end... That's why you have to end on a clear, because the moment you stop popping, the garbage falls. And when you're not ready, you're dead. Well, on level 10 at least, that's something I haven't mentioned, our players play on level 10. On level 8 or lower, you have definitely the time to... a lot more time to react. On level 10 you don't really have that, you have 1 frame of health. Which means, if you're at the moment you have no stop time and you get pushed against the ceiling, you are essentially dead. You have that one little frame to pull something off, and sometimes it works, but I would not count on it. Approaching the 3-minute mark. It's a rather long game this time. I think that's the longest we've seen it. maybe mistaken. Tried to drop the teal. There's light blue in between there, but caught one instead, and that's it. Chaos wins 5-4. Narrow victory, but wait, I missed something. No, Chaos won 5-4. So, the next game we're gonna jump into is Arizu vs Musical. This is gonna be an interesting one. The current standings are... Arizu 3, Musical 0, and no, Arizu 4, Musical 0. Phew. That is rather a rather dominating performance from Arizu right now, but we will see if Musical can put some points on the board. The game we just saw, or briefly saw, was a 3-minute game, which is rather impressive. Well, not rather, it is impressive. Living 3 minutes on level 10 is very impressive. Because this level just kills you so fast. One moment of not paying attention and you are done for. Arizu having a bit of a factory to deal with. Playing on tier 2 right now. Which is when you have garbage atop of other garbage. That's what we refer to as tiers. And I personally like playing on tier 2. Both players seem permanently topped out. Arizu building a little bit of a bigger chain. She seems like right, the other purpose of building bigger chains even. Sometimes you're in a situation where your opponent is topped out and you have a lot of combo garbage prepared and you know they are under a good bit of pressure. But there are situations where you want to build a bigger chain anyways, because for defense purposes. Because the bigger you make the chain, the more stop time you have, and as long as you're chaining, garbage will not fall on you. So that's a good tactic to stall for time, to work your way towards a clear. And the more or less unwanted side effect is that you send your opponent a bigger chain than you wanted to send. But sometimes you have to put your own survival over your offense. It's just how it goes sometimes. No matter how good your offense is, it won't do you any good if you can't survive long enough to have it take effect. And yeah, no ends, that's it. Professional commentator, everyone. I'm not used to this. And another 3-minute game. These two people really know what they are doing. Wow. Musical has nothing to deal with right now, from what I'm seeing. And there doesn't seem to be a lot queued up. No, Musical is not topped out. Arizu, on the other hand, is. We'll see if Musical can take it home. If he can take it from here. But if Arisu survives long enough and manages to send a good volley of offense, then Musical might still lose this. But sometimes when you are not topped out and your opponent is topped out and all you have to deal with are small pieces of garbage that have that come out of the defense process, you sometimes start to my brain, could you please work? Thank you. Chances start to be a bit unprepared. You just go about your way, send more offense, and you might not think about it too much. You might think, okay, I have my opponent topped out, and I don't have anything to worry about, so I can be a bit more reckless with my offense. Don't do that, because all of a sudden, your opponent just gets it together and sends you a big volley all at once, and you're not prepared and you're dead. That's what happens to me. That's just how it goes. And as we just saw, the last game came to an end. It lasted 5 minutes, which is monstrous. And Musical took it. All his offense in that case turned out to be too much for Arisu, and he didn't let off in his defense either. He just kept clearing what was sent to him and kept sending his offense. That's exactly how it should be. That's a good scenario. But right now, Musical is in, that combo garbage was too quick, he was not prepared, and Arisu takes it 5-1. And next game we jump into is Dekrates versus Tai. Never mind, we don't, because the game is over. Tai won 5-2. Well. I actually have to take a look at the bracket now and see where we're at. So, I was too slow there. Next we have Nicholas versus Musical. Or how I like to call him, Nico. it's a bit easier than saying Nicholas for me personally. Well, game is underway. 0-0. We have a fresh set to look at. And Nico sends a type 6, tops out his opponent Musical. And he prepares his defense. This was supposed to be a +6, but got a bit mixed up. That was a nice check. Tried to clear, wasn't connected. Nico scrambling a bit for a clear, but he finds it. And Musical doesn't let up with his offense. Is he going to be topped out after that? No, Nope, Musical has nothing to worry about. Even has some shock blocks available, which he's going to pop. Question is, will we ever see those shock blocks? With a GPM of 25, I don't think so. It looks to me that Nico is going to be topped out for the rest of this game and we're not gonna see the shock blocks. Because those queue up last. I know that much. In order to effectively use shock blocks... Oh. Nicholas took it. That's what happens when you... That's the other scenario when you send offense are not topped out, and then you are suddenly topped out. You were too reckless, and you died for it. Essentially, you got punished. But... Right, back to the shock blocks. I think in order to even get to see them, and when you have a high GPM, a natural high GPM output, you have to just stop sending offense for a while. If you want to strategically make use of shock blocks, you just have to take it slow. I wouldn't really say I wouldn't really recommend it, but it can be a strategy if you just want to let your opponent know, hey, shock blocks are things that exist in this game. Just so you remember. Nicholas has quite a bit of combo garbage on him, with a chain in between. But he got it. Cleared it. And is he topped out? Yes, he is topped out. Will he find the clear? Yes, he gets the clear. But will he get the follow-up clear? Use light blues? Yes, use the light blues. Very well. Even after that, can he clear what comes now? Fumbled a little bit. He had a clear with the dark blues, but I don't know, is it probably a controller issue there? Didn't manage to get to the clear. But he had a clear ready. Sometimes panic just sets in, and that was a quick one. Panic just sets in, and you fumble around and you try to get it right, but it just doesn't get right. Some people just employ the wiggle strategy like Mato does, where you just don't know what to do, and you just tap like while on the keyboard and wiggle your way out of it somehow. Just math swap until you see the clear and then move towards that clear. Because as long as you swap, you cannot die mid-swap in this game. That's something Super Plexus does, for example. If you have no stop time and you're swapping, you can't wiggle there. You just die. If you have no stop time, you die. Doesn't matter if you're swapping or not. Doesn't matter what you're doing. In this game, it's not like this. If you just tap, swap, all the time you start to wiggle, as we call it, and as long as you're swapping, as long as you're wiggling, you will not die. And you can use that time actually to just look around the board. Where could I move really, really fast so that I don't die? It's a cheesy strategy. It's a strategy when you are locked out and you just need those 5 more seconds for your opponent to die. And there are people who like it, there are people who don't like it. It's just part of the game. And I really don't want to remove it because dying mid-swap is not something I want to see. Because if you swap it in time, you should have had it. And yes, Kitty, I agree. Nico really looks ready, expert ready at this point. He's doing very well for himself. Really well. This offense might be a bit low right now, only at 16 GPM, but it doesn't really all matter as much as one would think. Because the way this game works, you are taking opportunities to defeat your opponent. What do I mean by that? In order to defeat your opponent, you have to top him out. If you can top him out permanently, it's not that big a deal. It would of course be more beneficial if you could do it permanently, because the longer your opponent is topped out, the more chances for him there are for him to die, of course. But what it comes down to, it only needs one moment. So yeah, maybe I can kill him. Maybe I can top him out now. But I can top him out 1 minute from now. And if I just survive that minute, I get a chance then to kill him. Even though during that minute I get no chances. So even if your offense may be a bit lower, you will still get your chances in to kill your opponent. Just survive. 3.5 minute game. Didn't work out this time, but he took his chance. He survived a very long time, and that's not easy either. Even if you're not topped out all the time, you still have to deal with garbage. You still have to play the game. You still have to send offense. It is still a mental challenge to how do I put this? The game is not easy. It does take effort. It does take mental effort, and it takes physical effort. If you just outlast your opponent in those departments, then you have a good chance of winning. Even if his offense is better, that doesn't mean anything. If you can just outlast him, if you can make the game last 10 minutes, if you can make your opponent run out of steam, that is pretty much a viable strategy. It is a test of endurance sometimes. I'm getting the information that after this game we will jump into Ty's game. Because we haven't... I don't think we have seen him at all. And it's 2-3 for musical. And we are going to jump. And we will see later how this game turned out. And now we are at Chaos vs. Ty. Oh, nice. The game just started. It's 3-3. Very even. Chaos preparing an 8 chain. Nice, ties in the little chain. Combo garbage, lots of combo garbage. Just to keep Chaos topped out. Situation right now, but he finds his way out. And sends a ton of counter offense. Ty goes a bit reluctantly for that 7, but he's not topped out. topped out, but still has it offense and his defense ready. Oh, no. Still defending. Very nice high stack defense from Tyler. Keeps his cool, keeps his clears ready. What the high stack essentially does is it gives you a little bit of a safety net. If you have no clears on top, you can always just go downwards and look for something and work yourself into a better position from there. Both players stay topped out. Lots of combo garbage flying around. The biggest chain we've seen all game. Oh, 3-minute game by the way. Biggest chain we've seen all game is a 5 chain. Which is more of a bit of a medium chain. Medium sized. And both keep going for the combo garbage. Tai has produced 24 4 combos so far. 26. 27. 28. How high can it go? Oh, goes for a 5. And didn't have any stop time. So that's a little bit of a problem with the small combos. If you just go for small combos, they don't give you a lot of stop time. That's more what the chains are for, they give you a lot more. I'm not sure how much they give, but it should be enough to survive normally. I think Ganache said a ×2 chain gives you usually enough time to do what you want. Chaos has the stop time to deal with this. And they're still going with the combos. Biggest chain so far is a ×4. But as a result, never mind, Tai is sopped out. And a chain dropped on him. And he finds his way out. That volley of Tai was not topped out for a moment, and then the volley of combo storm dropped. That's always the lethal part. Tai is sitting comfortably in his high stack again. I said comfortably, but this is a bit of a difficult situation right now. And that's what I meant with the safety net. He just worked his way down. He had enough panels to work with and tried to find a way to end on a clear. That's not really a situation you want to find yourself in when you're playing low stack. Because if you're in low stack and a bunch of stuff falls on you, you really don't have much to work with. You just have to hope that what you have is enough. And by the way, so goes the game. 5-3 for Chaos. And next we jump into Dekrates vs Arisu. Which we have Dekrates on the left, Arisu on the right. To my at least. And it is 2-0 for Arisu. Not surprising given how strong Arisu is, but Dekrates is a strong player in his own right, and we'll see if he can make something happen. And he's definitely trying. He's at 25 KPM right now. And that with a lot of combos. The only chain he has sent so thus far is a small ×3. He's doing his best to keep Arisu topped out. And looks like a Storm has one off. Dekrates will have to send more if he wants to hope to defeat her. Dekrates under a lot of pressure right now. Arisu under none. We'll see if this can change within the next minute or so. Dekrates! Don't do that, man! But he had a backup. He swapped it in for the chain and then he swapped it out immediately. Oh, was a bit too fast there. And he missed an input. Oh. 3-0 Arisu. Dekrates fires off the 7 chain. Goes with a different approach this time. Last time he started with basically no chains, this time he goes big chain. Let's see if it works for him. Wasn't prepared for that. Pretty slow start on Dekrates' side. He's trying to pick it up. Arisu not under a lot of pressure right now. Just continues her offense. Is not topped out right now. Is still not topped out. Dekrates on the other hand is pretty much in the world of hurt. And there goes the game. 5-0 for Arisu. Brutal offense. Really brutal offense. Musical vs. Pokemaster Shadow is the next game we are going to jump into. And it's 3-3. We're jumping into game number 7. And it's for free. That was a quick 30-second game. Musical didn't have a salt for the big chain, and from what we saw, he had first a little +4, and then the big chain came. That makes it a bit difficult to connect to the big chain. Because +4 make everything a little bit awkward. If you have those in there, they really mess up your connectivity sometimes. I think we all know what I mean. No, he is topped out. No, not quite. It's just a little sliver where he's not topped out. Burns down quite a bit. But he was not topped out as a result, and he has a clear. Musical just keeping up his assault is also not topped out right now. But this time both players are topped out. But they have the clears ready. Poke has a giant tier 2, now tier 1. Burns down. It's a chain. Didn't go +4. Didn't go ×4. He did cut the chain. But as far as I could tell, he almost died from it. Or maybe it's just me. Because as you can see, he's still alive. Still alive and well. And also not topped out. Musical keeps clearing the garbage. Heavy combo storm from Poke's side, but Musical was ready. Poke on the other hand has to deal with a little bit of a factory. Yes. That was a close one. Game has been lasting 3 minutes this far. And both players keep up their aggression pretty well. Musical has a tier 2 clear here. Very nice. You can tell that I'm running out of things to say. I'm sorry. They're 6 minutes in and none of them shows any signs of death. I'm just being quiet because sometimes you have to let the gameplay speak for a while. I mean, we are now 7 minutes in. It's a very, this game is cream of the crop, I would say, and I don't really have any commentary. I have nothing to say what hasn't been said already. I'll just let this game play out. And the game is over. 8 minutes, 12 seconds. Master Shadow won. Congratulations. Next game is Arisu versus Tai. Let's see. It's standing 2-2 at the moment. And we're jumping into a fresh game. I started off with a bigger +5 chain. Arisu with ×3, no, ×2 chains. Just combo garbage basically. But it's enough to top Tai out. For the moment at least. Arisu is preparing a little bit bigger chain, ×6 this time, just to make sure that Tai is topped out, and Tai sends a lot of combo garbage. Tops Arisu out all the way, and has a chain on top of it. And there goes. 1 minute game, Arisu, 3 Arisu, Tai 2. True. Oh, well, maybe my pronunciation isn't perfect. I'm not native English. I'm not worrying too much about it. Arisu has a factory to deal with. Tai as well. And there goes. Another 1 minute game. Tai, what are you doing? That was a bit of a scramble. That was a really scrambled clear. Maybe he's feeling the pressure of being on match point against Arizu, of all people. That, yeah, I honestly think that's the case. Stress and pressure and panic, they add up in this game, and it's not pretty. No, I'm not French, I'm German. And yes, Tai, that might actually be possible. Tai, I noticed that Tai does speedruns. But I'm actually not sure if it's Pokemon Puzzle League or if it's Tetris Attack Panel upon. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I could start talking in German. Maybe someone wants to hear that. Well, in my case, it would be more Bavarian accent, dialect. And in some cases, not even Germans will understand that. No, it's no issue, it's no problem. I'm just trying. That's all I can do here. Has been going for 2 minutes. Right, we are on game 9 actually. Somehow I missed that part. And Arizu is she is not topped out. She is not topped out at all. Tai on the other hand is, and he has sent a big chain to make sure that Arizu gets a taste of being topped out. But she is already burning back down with her offense. Sends another ×4. Is still not topped out, has a clear ready. But Tai doesn't let up. Finds the clear movement. There is no nervousness left. There is no panic. Tai is focused and determined to win this. That was a bit close, but he still got it. He still got it. But I wouldn't say I speak in demigod. I don't know that language yet. But yeah, solo commenting. Never done it before. I always had a co-commentator by my side thus far. But I thought, why not? What can go wrong? I mean, the worst that can happen is that I just sit here silently like I did for that 8-minute game. That's the worst that could happen. And the game, I think it's entertaining enough to watch. So even if I say nothing, even if I don't commentate on every little thing, it's just nice to see some high-level gameplay on its own. Yeah, the thing is with the big chains, the bigger the chain, the more, well, there is a limit, of course, but generally the bigger the chain, the more the more shake time you get. And when you're on this level, I have to interrupt. Tai won the set. It was a 5-minute game. Impressive job. Very good work. Props to Tai. He beat Arisu. Very well done. The next game we jump into is Decates vs Musical. But yeah, 2 sections. The bigger section, the more shake time you get. So once you reach this level, it is crucial to keep the time, the react time you give your opponent as low as possible. The more time you give them, and even if it's every frame counts. You have 1 frame of health on level 10, and even that is sometimes enough for a skilled enough player to find his way out of a situation. In that one frame, you can still do something. And the bigger the chain, the more frames, the more time you give your opponent, the more likely it is that he finds his way out. That's why combo storms are on high level the preferred tactic, because they just give less time overall. But they are not that easy to pull off, because you just have to make sure to send enough to top your opponent out. If you don't top your opponent out of it, the opponent will just clear it and have a lot of free panels, to send offense back. But of course, you need the chains. You need to do the chains to buy yourself time eventually, essentially, so that you can send those combo storms. That you have the time to do that. And to keep your opponent topped out, of course, because even on a high level, big chains can still kill. They are just not as likely to kill. Even here, Decates vs Musical, it stands Decates 1, Musical 2, and we are approaching the 4-minute mark. And we were about to do that, but the game ended. 3-1 for Musical. It appears that they crashed. Did they? No. They crash at 3-1? Yes, I think they did. Oh, I see. They crashed earlier at 0-2. That's why they ended. Alright, I didn't know that. Yes, that is correct. You have to always keep up the pressure, always a healthy mix of combos and chains to make give your opponent a bit of an awkward stack. What is also a popular strategy is the factory strategy, where you send a lot of ×3 chains, so that your opponent has to deal with that layering. Like, maybe we see it? No, we don't. Okay, back to the game. It's time for Arisu versus Nicolas. 1-1 so far. Nico has done a very good job this tournament in playing, getting a game from Arisu of all people. That is really impressive. His rank says gold, but he is not gold. Today he is at the very least diamond. Our ranking system isn't the most accurate, especially when not all of us play ranked. I for one, I don't really play ranked anymore. I got my rank up to diamond, and then I basically stopped. But it doesn't, just because my rank doesn't keep changing, that doesn't mean I don't keep improving. And so it can vary a little bit. Or if you take if you're a master, for example, and take a big break and then come back, you might not come back as a master right away, and your rank is not correct in that regard. But every game has their rank problems, and we are no exception. I wouldn't give too much about it. Three to 1. Arisu starts off with a big 6 chain, Nico starts off with a 5 chain. Standard openings, basically. Because that's generally what you wanna do. You wanna start out with a big chain, and then you wanna throw a combo storm behind it. But it's not that I'm not playing. I do keep playing, and I'll just say this: if I would play ranked, I would actually be higher. I genuinely think I would be higher. I just don't like the stress. And honestly, if I was unranked, I really wouldn't mind either, because it doesn't come down. My rank doesn't dictate how well or how good or bad I'm playing. That little icon next to me has nothing to do with it. I'm not saying I would be master, I just say I would be a few points higher, I guess. because it's very much day dependent as well, how you feel, your physical, mental condition, everything. This game is exhausting, this game is taxing, this game is demanding. Make no mistake. What these people are doing here is outstanding. Another 2.5 minute game. As I said earlier, sometimes you just need to survive, sometimes you just need to outlast your opponent in order to win. It doesn't really depend all too much on the garbage output. There is always the way. There's always another way. How GCT put it, I think at some point, just survive. At some point you will have the opportunity to send a big chain, and you can go from there. Then you have your time. Then you can send the combo storm. Going for the defense. And top down is out. Also in a bit of a low to mid stack situation. Has a tier 2 clear, has a tier 3 clear. Yep, uses the tier 3, now tier 2. That switches fast. Another 2-minute game. Like I said, yep, Nico's offense might only be at 15 GPM right now, but if he survives long enough, he will get his moment. But against Arizu, that might be a bit difficult to do, because well, he's sitting at 24 GPM right now, basically keeping him topped out all the time. It does get a bit difficult. Because that's what you wanna do when you're in the lead. You wanna keep up the pressure, you wanna make sure that your opponent does not get the time to make a comeback. And Zef still managed to take the game. Very impressive. And next. Into the next game, we jump into Master Shadow by this time. Master Shadow 3, tie 2. Yeah. Let's see how this plays out. I think he tried to catch it, but he failed. Or maybe he didn't. I can tell that from here. I don't see the inputs. That's the fast one. Well, 1 minute. 1 minute is still 1 minute. Shouldn't underestimate that. We are on match point for quick offense. But Tai is on low stack, so that won't do anything to him right now. I'm not topped out at all. And on Poke's side, he's still burning, and yes, he's topped out. Poke will have to do something here. Maybe he will send a big chain, maybe he won't. We'll see. Still going with the strategy of combo storming your opponent to death. Because here, as we can see, if Tai doesn't manage to burn down fast enough, the combo storm will catch up. If Poke keeps sending combo storms and Tai keeps clearing them but doesn't stack down fast enough, then he will land in a higher stack, and at some point the combos will be enough to top him out. Because if you're good at high stack offense, high stack defense, I should say, then good luck killing a player like that. That will take a while. It's not going to be an easy victory for Poke here. Why did I say anything? Well, I guess that's what you call commentator's curse. I said he wouldn't win that easily, and just like that, he wins. Oh well. So, how do things look right now? So we have one game left from what I see, and that is Arizu versus Chaos. Yup. Jumping right in. So far, so big chain, 6 chain. Just to make sure the chaos is topped out for the moment. If I'm not mistaken, she will go into combo storm. Yep. You even decided not to go for the ×3. There was an option there, but really decides against it. This was more of an accident. Or maybe she decides to go into a bit of a factory now, right now. Chaos fired off a big chain. Looked half planned, half accidental. Sometimes when the combos dissolve, turn into blocks, sometimes they line up in a way where you end up with a big accidental chain, where you can't really do anything about it. The panels just line up like that and hop instantly. That's a very dangerous situation to be in, because when you're not prepared for that, when you didn't plan for it, and you don't know exactly how is my stack going to look after this, then you're in a bit of trouble, because you have to adapt on the spot. And it was a bit of a misswap from Chaos there. He tried to grab the purple to drag it over, but he swapped to the left first, and then he tried to. He didn't grab it, or maybe it was a controller issue. Yes, there certainly is a bit of RNG in this game. How it works is that every player gets the same board and has essentially the same seed, so to speak. So there is no RNG there, but the RNG part is, even if it's the same for everybody, it is still there, because you don't know what you get from the garbage. You just don't know. You have to be prepared for anything, essentially. You have to organize the existing blocks in a way that that are able to deal with any assortment of blocks that you get from the garbage, so that you can survive. If you overburn, if you spend too many panels, and you just hope that you get what you need, and you don't get it, you're dead. Yeah, as Kitty says, so keep as many panels as possible on the screen and spend as little as possible. Kitty is right. That's what they try to do, because the more your panels are your offense and they are your defense, the more you have, the more options you have. Still going strong, we are. One and a half minutes into this game. And the GPM looks pretty juicy on both sides. 23 to 26 right now. Chaos has really a little bit of a factory. Arisu with a combo storm. Archie deals with it beautifully and works her way into another clear. No, she's fine. So is Chaos. That looked a bit difficult, but I don't think Arisu was top out at that moment, and she still isn't, so no, she wasn't. She wasn't in actual danger there. But I always, in situations like that, I always think, when I make a mistake and I'm not topped out, I always think, if I was topped out, I would be dead. And thinking like that, well, I mean, I can't finish that. I can't finish the sentence right now. I'm too done. Oh. Gotta apologize for that. My head just blanks out sometimes, where I know what I want to say, but then I just hang, and then I can't finish that sentence. I can't finish that thought for some reason. I don't know. 4-minute game. Chaos 2, Arisu 1. That was a fast one. But Arisu seems to struggle a bit right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but looks like she has it back. There are these moments too where you're doing great, you're at the top of your game, and then suddenly, from one moment to the next, your brain goes, how do I play this game again? I don't know, it's moments like these where I just have to scratch my head and think, what is happening right now? But those moments happen. I'm just scrambling for stuff to say at this point. mean, at some point you could call it a sport. It is, once you're in it, once you play it for a while, you will realize how exhausting it is. Yeah, definitely. The fact that my translation skills are not perfect, they result in this hang up. But I think I have this in German as well. That's just something I have, where my brain just needs extra time to process things. At least when it comes to speech. When it comes to this game, I'm a bit faster. This game as well lasts 4 minutes. Big egg chain from Arisu here. But I think that was more of a defensive one. Because in terms... I don't think it was needed offensive-wise. Is what I'm trying to say. Arisu, let's see if she's... No, she's not topped out anymore. Chaos has to send a lot more now. Yep, he does exactly that. Yeah, never mind, Arisu is still topped out. Let me just say this, if we turn this into a multi-million-dollar sport, we are going to get nuked by Nintendo pretty fast. If those guys find out about our existence, or if they know about us, if we become too big to be a thorn in their sides, we are essentially dead. And the game concludes at 6 minutes 17 seconds. Chaos takes it. And we go into match point for Chaos. Ah, Arisu got locked out. And I think that's it. Uh, Hi, I'm here. I'm just out of stuff to say. I'm really out of stuff to say. But this concludes the bracket. This was the last game we had, I think. And from the final standings, Pokemaster Shadow takes the tournament. Yeah, that's pretty true. She hasn't played in a while. Oh, what I would say. That's the tournament. I think we are done, are we? Well, I would think so at least. Well, that have only been 2 hours. Experts usually last a bit longer. How do I do an outro? Thanks for everyone for participating. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Kitty for the stream. Thanks to Chaos for TOing. And thank you everyone. Have a nice day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are. And GG's and goodbye.